Walking.
Mr. Shan.
Alright.
Oh my god, Mr. Shan. Mr. Shan's like actually such a Mr. Shan. He's so awesome. Don't do
Well, there is some short people in that scene.
I know.
There is some short
So
scenery.
I wrote
Ready? Alright, gang, you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. No. 1, 2, 3, go. At this time, if I could ask everybody to please stand as I call up Lila Maggio, Senior Class Vice President, Carmela Campanelli, Senior Class Secretary, and Alicia Esposito, the Senior Class Fundraising Coordinator, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please stay standing as I call up Adalia Edwards to sing the national anthem. Which way do you want the mic? You good that way? You want it facing you? You can turn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great. Good evening, parents, grandparents, family members, friends, distinguished guests, Board of Education members from Boonton and Lincoln Park, Mr. Michael Meyer, Lincoln Park Superintendent, Mr. Tom Valley, Boonton School District Superintendent, and of course, the graduating class. Welcome to Boonton High School's 147th graduation ceremony. Before I give my last few bits of advice to this amazing class, I want to thank everybody in attendance tonight. To the parents, thank you for your support throughout the last 4 years. This group had a tough few years in the beginning of their high school career, but together we made it through. To the staff, thank you for everything that you have done, not only for the seniors here tonight, but for every student enrolled at Boonton High School. So graduates, how about we give a nice little round of applause to your parents and your teachers. I'd also like to congratulate Miss Beatty, Miss Brainer, Mr. Davis, Mr. Podwaski, and Mrs. Tucci on your retirements. Thank you for your dedication to Boonton High School and the Boonton School District. And before I give my speech, I want to say, I promised I would do this. Happy birthday, Amaya. Seniors, I want to thank you for all that you have done for Boonton High School. Each and every one of you have succeeded in either the classroom, on the athletic field, or both. It was your dedication to academics that Boonton High School has risen over 100 spots in the state rankings in the past school year. You are an amazing group of students. We have award-winning artists. We have conference and county champions. We have state place winners. We have 12 students who have received the seal of biliteracy in 5 different languages. We created a senior mural, and we started the Dad Jokes with Klebitz segment on the morning news. So you know what? I think tonight we'll begin a new segment called Life Advice with Klebitz with a little dad joke flair. So seniors, I leave you with these final 4 bits of advice. The first one is kindly speak to others. Saying please and thank you are basic manners that show gratitude and respect. Always say please when making a request, and thank you when receiving help from others. Avoid using foul language, especially in public places or around children. Use polite and respectful language at all times. Now recently I was invited to a wedding, so the other day I stopped into a tuxedo store. The owner of the store kept hovering over me when I was browsing, so I politely asked him to leave me alone. He said, "Fine, suit yourself." Now boy, did that make me mad. I wanted to give that man a piece of my mind, but I thought better. So on the way home, I stopped at a bookstore and I brought a thesaurus. But when I got home and opened it, all the pages were blank. I had no words to describe how angry I was. The second bit of advice, ask for help. Now, I know this is a tough thing at your age, and I know that many of you want to accomplish things on your own, but let me tell you, it is okay to ask for help. You do not have to tackle everything by yourself. So I had a decent amount of home improvement jobs that I needed completed, and I knew it would take quite some time that I really didn't have. So in order to make this process move quicker, I gave my handyman a call, and I gave him a to-do list. The other day I paid him, he left, but then I noticed he only completed jobs 1, 3, and 5 on my list. It turns out he only does odd jobs. My third piece of advice, learn to trust people. Now, trust is one of the hardest things to build. It could take years, but it is also one of the easiest things to lose. So guys, please be cautious with who you share close information with. You know, I've been on this earth for a good amount of time. I've built trust with people, and I've also lost trust in people. The one thing I will say, don't trust atoms. They make up everything. And my last bit of advice is to take care of yourself. Do things that help you live well and improve both your physical and your mental health. It doesn't have to take long, a few minutes a day, but make sure you do at least one thing daily for yourself. I was watching the news the other day and I saw a story about a gentleman who went to the doctor for a headache. The doctor examined his ear and found money, to which the doctor kept pulling and pulling it out until he had $1,999. Then the doctor said, "No wonder you're not feeling too grand." Seniors, I am going to miss you. The halls of BHS will not be the same without you. I'm going to miss seeing Miles sprinting to the building to make it to school on time. I'm going to miss the side stare that I would get from Rihanna. I'm going to miss Alicia making fun of my stance in the hallway. I'm going to miss telling a joke and having to explain it to some students who are on school service. I'm going to miss watching Dylan mesmerize the lunchroom with his amazing magic. But most importantly, I'm going to miss seeing your smiling faces each and every day. Class of 2024, you are a wonderful class full of smart, intelligent, caring, talented individuals who really epitomize the spirit of Boonton High School. This chapter in your life is closing, but as you begin to write the next chapter, continue to focus on the positive impact that you will have in your future and the positive impact that you will have on people that you will meet. You are all natural leaders. Use your talents to improve our world. I wish you much happiness and much success. Congratulations, class of 2024. I'm so proud of you. And at this time, I would like to call up Boonton School District Superintendent, Mr. Thomas Valley.
Thank you, Mr. Klevitz, and thank you to everyone for joining us on this special occasion. Graduates, tonight is a night of great significance. An opportunity-filled world awaits as you take those diplomas in hand. You have undoubtedly worked hard to arrive at this moment in your life's journey, and joining you tonight are many of the special people who have been supporting you along the way. A significant occasion such as this provides cause for reflection, celebration, and above all, the embracing of dreams. Take this time to reflect. Take pride in what must be countless bright moments from the past 4 years. Also take time to reflect upon the challenges you faced and how you persevered. High school years have plenty of those ups and downs, but you've shown an understanding that while we may not always control the circumstances that surround us, we can harness every day as an opportunity for learning and growth. And just as your diplomas serve as tickets to future opportunities, they also serve as evidence that you are equipped for future success, no matter what that future may bring. So take the time to celebrate. Let it be a summer of pride and joy in all that you have accomplished and all that you aspire to. Life's weeks, months, and years can pass by far too quickly. Time won't stop and wait for us to celebrate. We have to be intentional in taking the time to experience pride in our individual and collective efforts, to appreciate successes earned, and to share our gratitude with those who have been there for us along the way. And finally, as you reflect and celebrate, take the time to truly embrace your dreams. Ponder your future and push yourself to imagine what it may hold. Think about the opportunities that abound. Set goals and begin to take action upon them. Maya Angelou, one of America's great civil rights leaders, advised that it's not where your dreams take you, it's where you take your dreams. My greatest hope for you is that you continuously match your dreams with the curiosity and courage to take action upon them. Never lose sight of the wondrous world that surrounds you and the adventures and impacts you can have within it. And as you move on, stay true to who you are and what you value most. Omar Bradley, a lead American officer during World War II who later became a 5-star general, instructed others to set their course by the stars, not by the lights of every passing ship. There are a lot of passing ships, a lot of temporary distractions in our world today. We are flooded with things that may be here one moment and gone the next, and which ultimately do not matter. Stay focused and be guided by the important things that have inspired human beings since the beginning of our time. Allow the aspirations that are natural to the human heart to be your compass. Love, family, compassion, being mindful of other people and things, desiring to learn more about the world in which we live, striving to make positive impacts. Such ideals are the guiding stars on life's journey, and the surest things that will help us navigate our way to joy-filled, purposeful, impactful lives. Boonton High School Class of 2024, congratulations on reaching this milestone and equipping yourselves for the bright futures you possess. And thank you for building upon the proud legacy of Boonton High School as well. What a privilege it is to join you in reflecting and celebrating tonight. And as you put your dreams into action, keep carrying that incredible spirit of the red and black with you. You'll always be a part of Boonton High, and we know you'll be soaring proudly in the years to come. Way to go, Bombers.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to call up our senior class president to give a few words, Addison Schollenberger.
a little bit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, thank you. Good evening, graduates, family, and faculty. Today we gather to celebrate our achievements, reflect on our journey, and to finally admit that cramming the night before an exam actually does work. I'm going to try and keep this brief because I know there are some people out there struggling to stay awake and siblings waiting to get home and have cake. My name is Addison Schallenberger, and I'm the senior class president alongside my best friend, Vice President Lila Maggio, Secretary Carmela Campanelli, and Public Relations Officer Alicia Esposito. You have all been a vital part in making this year memorable for all of us, and I cannot thank you enough for your dedication and commitment to our class. I would like to congratulate all the seniors for making it to this incredible milestone. I know in just a few years I'm not going to remember high school for the quadratic formula or how I learned to annotate an article, but rather the friendships, laughter, and memories I have made, and I thank each of my classmates for being a part of that. These memories have shaped us into the people we are today. I bet every student in the class of 2024 was told high school would go by quickly, so enjoy it. I didn't believe 4 years could go by so fast, but it did. We're at the end of our time in our lives. For some people, has helped define who we are and who we'll become. Just 4 years ago, we were all freshmen who stared blankly at Google Meets, trying to figure out who all the unfamiliar faces were, who new friends would be, and who would we create lasting high school memories with. We have not only grown as individuals throughout our high school years, but we have grown as a class. One of the very special things about being such a small class is that we have all gotten to know each other on some level, often creating friendships that will last a lifetime. In our time together at Boone High School, we have made so many memories. We have played one of the hardest games of our lives, where we would run around McDonald's parking lot with floaties and a hot pink water gun. Waking up at 6 a.m. to stand outside someone's house to beat their opponent is an experience I will never forget. And I cannot forget about the bomb squad. Every year we would watch the upperclassmen chant, waiting for the time we would be at the front of the student section. And to our senior skip day at Sky Zone, it really allowed us to be a kid one last time. We played a game of dodgeball against boys against girls, and the boys managed to beat us within seconds. All these mini celebrations culminated at senior prom. Despite their ethnicity or culture, the entire class was up on the dance floor, while Adam and Elisa Latifi led us all an Albanian dance called Vale, which really tested my dancing skills. This is just another reminder of how lucky we are to have such diversity at Boone High School. As a class, we have accomplished so much. The football team won the boot for the 4th year in a row against Parsippany. Senior captain Adam Quos broke the passing record in football. Girls field hockey made it to state finals with a record of 18-3. Field hockey senior Taylor Smack broke the school record with the most shutouts in a season. My best friend Lila Maggio was the leading scorer in girls field hockey with 16 goals and 13 assists. And my boyfriend, boys basketball captain Charlie Hurd, hit 1,000 points in his basketball career. I can say with complete honesty that our class is definitely one of the best. We truly are kids at heart, and I've enjoyed every moment with each and every one of you. I'd also like to thank my family, friends, and the staff here at Boone High School. Thank you to my grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins for celebrating this special moment with me. Mom, the past few months have really shown me how strong and brave you really are. Whatever life has thrown at you, you have continued to keep a smile on your face. And fight through adversity. Dad, thank you for always pushing me to be my best. You came out to every sports game and constantly reminded me that I won't always be the best, and it is important to practice. And to my sister Bila and brother Gavin, thank you for constantly supporting me and listening to my constant complaints. Although we get in arguments from time to time, I will really miss you guys. Also, thank you to my best friend Lila Maggio. You've stuck by my side through it all, and I'm gonna miss you. You're the greatest friend and vice president a girl could ask for. I would also like to thank my guidance counselor, Miss Simmons. You welcomed me into your office with open arms, you let me laugh, and you let me cry, and I'm forever thankful. Now, as we look back on the past few years, there's so much to be grateful for. I'm especially thankful for my dancing partner, Mr. Klebitz. Every year, GSA performs with the teachers at the pep rally, and I've had the honor of being partner with Klebitz. I would now like to take this time to allow him to show off some of his moves. I ask that you guys please cheer, because it took him a lot to get out to come here and do this today. That was pretty good, guys, I have to admit. And to finish off, I would like to end with a quote from Michelle Obama. She said, "Your story is what you have, what you will always have. It is something to own." Boone High School, thank you for being a part of my story. The class of 2024 is about to go out into the world, continue our story, and make you proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Addison. At this time, I would like to call up the salutatorian for the class of 2024, Ella Manhart.
Good evening, everyone. I would just like to start by checking in that we are all surviving the heat. Yes? Thumbs up, please. Signs of life. Yeah, we're good. All right, barely. Yeah, that's real. Okay. So, I would like to come clean and let you all know that I did not know how to spell salutatorian until a few weeks ago. I fully thought there was a D in it until autocorrect proved me wrong. Common misconception, I'm sure. We've all been there. Now, I spent a long time trying to find the right words to describe what it means to me to be here, graduating. After doubling my screen time with the Google Docs app alone, I finally managed to narrow it down to 3 concepts. Standing here in a cap and gown, surrounded by dozens of people I know and love, all I can feel is nostalgia, anticipation, and gratitude. To all my teachers who ever assigned me an essay to write, that thesis statement is dedicated to you. I hope I made you proud. To everyone else, no, that's not the end of my speech. Sorry. I won't lie and say this will be brief and to the point, but I am wearing uncomfortable heels, so do with that what you will. When you grow up with someone, whether you're close or not, a kind of bond is formed. I have classmates who I've only had 5 full conversations with in 10 years of knowing each other, yet they were witness to my awkward phases and embarrassing moments as I was witness to theirs. Some things happened that I am so glad there is no photo evidence of. You can't fake that. You can't fake what it means to know someone when they're 7 years old and just learning how to be a human in this world. You can't fake what it's like to learn that with them. The same goes for when we're older, 17 instead of 7, moving on to the next step of learning how to be ourselves in every sense of the word. Knowing someone at the end of that process is not the same as knowing someone through it. It's inevitable when we have a small class in a small school, but it's still special to get to be a part of each other's lives like that. But I also think it's something that we take for granted a little. We still have a lot of learning and growing to do, and you have to admit, it's going to be really weird to not be doing that with each other anymore. In psych class, we learned about sensory adaptation. When a stimulus is so constant, you stop actively noticing it, and I believe that leaving high school is going to be like that. We've gotten so used to the same people being around us, going through it with us, that we've kind of forgotten about it. It's not until that stimulus is changed, until the people around us are suddenly different, that we'll realize how omnipresent it was in the first place. We're moving forward with our lives, not with each other this time, but at least we can say that there was a time when we did. So really, all this to say, we've had a good run of it. Thank you for growing up with me. I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else. All right, bear with me, we're roughly halfway through. When I got to high school, I was given mixed signals. On one hand, I had people telling me that high school is as good as it gets, and after this, it's all downhill. On the other hand, I also had people telling me that high school doesn't really matter once I graduate. As you can imagine, this is confusing. But after 4 years, what I now know is that what high school is to you is determined after the fact. Once you leave high school, it's up to you. Do you go out and build a life that makes high school just pale in comparison? Or do you go and build a life that falls short, leaving high school to be your glory days? It's a lot of pressure, and let's be honest, most of us may be 18 already, but we're not really adults yet. But this is freedom as we've never had it before. We decide where we go from here, whether it's college, the military, trade school, or something else. There's no cookie cutter of life and what it should look like, which means we have the rest of our lives to shape it into whatever we want. Of course, there are limits, like reality and the law, but we have the freedom to push those limits, except maybe not the law. I was lucky to have a primarily positive high school experience, but I hope for myself and for everyone else that the life built after it is 10 times better. Last, but certainly not least, is gratitude. To start, since this is a school graduation, I want to thank all of my teachers. Over the years, I have taken naps in your classes, derailed discussions with only mildly on-topic questions, and I have definitely complained about homework you assigned, possibly to your face, for which I apologize. But you've all fostered my curiosity, pushed me to learn and to ask questions, and now here we are. Being a teacher is hard, I can only imagine, but it is such an important job, and I'm so glad I got to have the teachers I had. I won't name drop because that's way too long of a list, but I hope you all know who you are. I'd like to think I've managed to express my appreciation and gratitude to you over the years. If not, apologies, and here's a blanket statement to all teachers out there and other staff members. Thank you, I appreciate you. Now, it was a wild 4 years, what with COVID and the expected drama that comes from putting 150 kids in close vicinity for extended periods of time. I will forever be impressed by the reach and speed of this school's gossip mill. But more importantly, I will forever be grateful for the people who made waking up at 6 a.m. every day worth it. My friends. Words cannot express how much you mean to me, and I'm not kidding when I say I wouldn't have made it through high school like I did without you. Everyone deserves to have friends as good as the ones I have been lucky enough to have. Then, of course, my family. I want to thank my brother for going first and being the guinea pig. And then I also want to thank my parents for being proud of me no matter how well or how poorly I did. Sorry about all the times I took over the living room and made you sit in silence while I did homework. My final thank you is to everyone who is sitting in the audience listening to this speech. You taking time out of your day to be here means a lot. One of the biggest things you can do for someone is to show up and show support, and that's what all of you are doing. In conclusion, graduation is a big milestone. When I was in 2nd grade getting my school email, 2024 seemed like a year that would never arrive. Yet here we are. So I'm thrilled to say that we did it. We are going to do amazing things in the future. And as someone insisted, I finish this speech out with, once a bomber, always a bomber. Thank you.
Thank you, Ella. At this time, I would like to call up our class of 2024 valedictorian, Brianna Dunca.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to personally welcome you all to Boone High School's class of 2024's graduation. Thank you to everybody in the audience for coming to celebrate graduation with us today. And I especially thank the families, friends, and staff that have supported me and my fellow graduates. I've had the pleasure of sharing the company of some of the best peers in the last 4 years, and I'm honored to share the graduation stage with these individuals. Today, I stand here giving you a speech for the sole reason that I am this year's valedictorian. While I am honored to be receiving such a distinguished honor, truth be told, when someone mentions the hard work I've put in to be here, my first thought isn't the time I spent alone in my bedroom, just studying, but rather the friends that have helped me along the way. It is so windy, I'm sorry. I think about Carmela and Lila teaching me how to do integrals 2 days before our test, which was on integrals. I think about the late FaceTime calls Ella, Maddie, and I spent proofreading each other's essays, or Charlie and Kira helping me with my stats homework. I think about Elenia and Cindy helping me park my car in the morning, because everybody knows I'm a really bad parker, and I'm sorry to whoever parked next to me in the morning. And I also think about Hunter always letting me borrow his advanced calculator for an entire school year for AP Calculus. Even little things like Taylor and Jackson throwing basketballs with me in gym class, Amos and Cynthia always letting me sip their Dunkin' drinks, Layla and I both speedrunning our math homework before class, and Addison letting me sit in the front desk for French class. I even had friends outside of the school such as my friends Aiden, Sydney, and Karen supporting me, and my best friend Jazz who wake me up by spamming my phone so I could finish my homework after a nap. The culmination of these moments have brought me to where I am today, and I'm sure that my class has their own memories that they can look back on that have pushed their own development. The biggest lesson I've learned these last 4 years was what it meant to be blessed with kind and generous people in my life. If it weren't for the people around me, I probably wouldn't have even graduated, much less be standing before you at this podium. There is great value in the circle of people you build, so it's important to be kind to them. Not only will they provide you with comfort and happiness, but also a path to success. Never forget the importance of the bonds that you have created around you. We are entitled to the necessities of life, like food and water, but we're also entitled to love. Whether directly or indirectly, the greatest accomplishments were made through love. It's shown through thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. So give it to those you believe deserve it, and especially to those that need it. However, just as importantly, accept the love you were given as well. You can go far with your own patience, skill, determination, and will, but I can guarantee you that you will go farther if you accept the love that people are willing to give you. Thank you once again to my friends. Thank you to the staff members that have guided us. Thank you to my parents and to my sister Yessa and to the families of these graduates as well. Thank you to any individual that has left even the smallest impact on me. And of course, a final thank you to the class of 2024. Congratulations, everyone, and please don't be a stranger in the future.
Thank you, Brianna. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why everybody's here tonight, the certification of our diplomas. Mr. Valley and the Boonton Board of Education, I certify that all students in the 2024 graduating class have met the graduation requirements set by the state of New Jersey and the Boonton School District.
Emanuela Alexovska. Tahar Al-Halak. Ariana Ali. Hunter Zan Altieri. Jackson Jess Babino. Sean Gabriel Bacanaya. Wilson Benavides. John Burke, Tifik Biljek. Emma Lee Blanchard. Michael Bono. Ivan Butramakov. Usman Butt. Carmela Campanelli. Amaya Campbell. Dylan James Canizaro. Jeremy Alexander Caraballo. Leilani Carino. Kensel Castillo. Cynthia Chang. Christopher Ryan Clemente. Kira Cook. Brianna Cosio. Jesse Cox. Elenia Cufaro. Cody Darling. Giovanni de la Cruz Pena. Jason Sean de Jesus. Dominic Amin de la Rosa. Nicholas DeSantis. Gabriela Margarita Diaz. Addison Riley DeKang. Nicholas Anthony DeCoyo. Brianna Marie Bayo Dunca. Brianna Margarita Duran. Cameron Michael Durso. Michael Flood. Adalia Lucia Edwards. Mari Esmelzada. Alicia Ava Esposito. Paul Estevez. Christopher Fernandez Lopez. Isabel Fernandez. Jonathan Figueroa Celaya Ocampo. Lindsay Figueroa Puerto. Natalie Garcia. Valerie Garcia Osorio. Lila Heron Villanueva. Matthew Richard Ginn. Habiba Hanbazaza. Nathan Harris. Dylan Hartle. Isa Q. Hashmi. Brianna Daniela Hope Arancibia. Carrie Marie Hopkins. Alicia Hunt. Charles Benjamin Hurd. Almos Ferdos Iqbal. Muhammad Iqbal. Kiani Jackson. Kaylin Jordan. Jamie Nicole Kaiser. Ozge Capiolas. Gio Katat. Ava Julia Kelly. Gabriel Andres Lagos. Samantha Lannerman. Elisa Latifi. Jeremy Lee. Jeffrey Rodriguez Lenore. Cheyenne Elise Lindsay. Cindy Bagang Lintag. Jasmine Liverpool. Maria Lozano. Lila Marie Maggio. Ella Sogand Manhart. Brandon Martinez. Cindy Matut Pauta. Trinity Grace McClin. Christopher Alden McMaster. Abdul Wahab Mehdi. Ninel Vanessa Mejia. Shuruk Miselka. Adam Mladenovic. Tanib Motaleb Momin. Wilmer Montegallo. Daniel Douglas Moore. Brooke Olivia Morris. Hussein Mujtaba. Sharif Nassar. Elisa Nasufi. Matthias Perkins. Philip Felice Pizzo. Adam Kose. Emily Rasa. Leon Rivera Velez. Kalel Angel Rodriguez. Kiara Marie Rodriguez. Rocco Jamie Rodriguez. Xavier Roman. Jean Rosado. Andy Sayans. Charlie Segerer. Isha Salim. Sasha Nova Salzberg. Landon Mariano San Martin. Jason Scacozo. Prisha Shah. Peter Douglas Shields. Addison Louise Schallenberger. Sierra Rose Sikora. Jack Simnor. Christopher Scott Simpson II. Savannah Grace Menkowski. Rihanna Smith. Marios Sotirovsky. Ashley Paige Sparrow. John Simmons. Taylor Jade Smack. Layla Isabella Torres. Ronnie Torres. Emily Tracy. Denise Turan. Madeline Ray Tarula. Christopher Vicente. Dylan Vizioli. Belen Williams. Frederick Wörtelman. Isabel Zambrano. Abigail Aubrey Zanka. Elizabeth Allison Zanka. Sara Zeb. Tanya Amir Zeb. Michael Zerker. Brandon Zuniga.
Graduates, let's take our tassels, move them from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Boonton High School, class of 2024. Congratulations.